Always, buddy. Let's Hey everybody, welcome to Greyhawk Lives. We're back after a week off. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day or just Sunday off. As always, we know that there's a lot of Greyhawk content on Sundays for you to watch. Thank everybody for tuning in to watch us. As always, we'll meet the great PCs. As always, minus our guy who decided playing D&D was more important than playing D&D, but whatever. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Nobody's priorities are perfectly in line, I guess. Um, so we'll meet the PCs that are here who want to play Dungeons and Dragons. We'll do a quick recap and then we'll jump right in. Let us start with our estimator of time and toast, our foreign correspondent. Will tell us about Lapis.
Lapis cannot cook. I can do some things, and that is the only reason why I am the player and not the player character. Lapis is a grumpy old wizard who's getting a little bit less grumpy, unless you're a wizard, in which case, fuck you.
Is it all wizards or just one?
Just dancer. Fuck dancer.
Okay.
And he's ready for a road trip, except that he had to take the party had to take a literal rain check, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, your bones are probably achy. You're probably just miserable sitting around with a cup of tea like an old man in the rain.
My weather horn's bad.
Yeah. All right. Let us move over to our doctor, solver of problems, and namer of inns. Lewis, tell us about Beck.
I am Lewis. I am playing Beck, who is a way of the fucking mercy monk.
Yeah.
Training to be a doctor from
it's been a while.
in the city, and his master, his trainer, his teacher had disappeared in the middle of what was supposed to be another week of teaching, and through that he found a group of adventurers and is gonna take his year abroad and travel with the group and try and get some healing in.
It was great, man. You just haven't lived till you backpack through Greyhawk, man. It's great. I took a summer off. It was awesome. Fabulous. And we will finish up with our magnificent host, the Wily Hobbit, on which channel we appear right now. Tell us about Selmay. Are they not hearing you? Okay. Everyone that's got, he's great. Has it been the whole show or just recently? Okay. All right. So Selma struck with muteness, a freakish thing. She failed her saving throw and
Got it.
carry on. There you go. All right. Anyway, I'm your Dungeon Master Manny at Growed Up Geek on all of the social medias. Happy to have everybody here in our what we call postmodern kind of Greyhawk setting, where we've advanced from the latest published timeline, I think, was from 1998-ish, somewhere around there, and have pushed it forward a couple years so that I don't have to learn an infinite amount of history and lore with the setting, and to give our players an opportunity to kind of tell their own story. So last time, the party, fresh leaving the city of Greyhawk, in what can only be described as the longest day ever. I think it took like 4 weeks for a day. Found one of the kind of like a traveler's inn, stationed usually just a short bit outside of major cities, as a way of people being able to travel and not have to make it all the way into a large city if that is or is not their destination. So at this little small inn, the party kind of found a way and made it so that they needed to get some sleep. Walked in and surprise, there's dead bodies. They found what they believe to be the proprietor of the inn, dead in the kitchen in front of an oven. Upon further inspection upstairs, one of the guests also dead, with a dinner plate in front of him. And in a final room, somebody dying. Beck, in his mercy, as described in his subclass, put the gentleman out of his suffering, and the party decided to give them proper, burial's not the right word, but dispose seems
transition.
Yeah, there you go. Love it. Transition into the next life, upon which they met our friendly Fellowship of the Flame participants. After burning all of the contaminated and poisoned bodies, the party finally did get some sleep and have awoken in what they're calling the Five Pyre Inn.
Five fire, yeah, because there was three bodies, and then 2 other separate fires, so okay. 5 pyres.
The Five Pyre Inn, as it is without an owner and operator, and maybe squatters' rights exist in Greyhawk.
Still to be debated.
I mean, possession is 9/10 of the law, right?
Let somebody come and take it from us then.
That's right.
Hold on. Fortify situation at inn. So
find lawyer.
Way of the contract, monk. So party slept. They woke up the next morning feeling obviously refreshed after such a long day filled with many dead bodies. And they awoke to a very rainy day, the kind of rain that's deafening when outside, just big, constant raindrops. The road muddy, the sky's dark, even though it was morning. And the party decided to wait out the rain, at least temporarily. That's where we finished last session, so we will pick it up. Morning, a little bit after waking up in the Five Pyre Inn, trademark pending, with a rainy day outside and the party having zero desire to travel north to Elmshire, where they will eventually try to seek passage to the Duchy of Ernst to notify the royal family that their patriarch and lord has met an unceremonious end. So with that, we'll pick up in the morning in the tavern or the inn with a rainy day outside, and we'll turn it over to our fantastic players.
Did we got all of the flour out of here? Didn't we burn it? Yes.
Yes. Yesterday we took care of all of. Only thing that's left are things we might use.
Yes. The reason I ask is I wish to make breakfast. I just want to be sure that I don't kill us all.
That'd be nice. I'm too young to die.
Selmay will head to the kitchen to set about making a breakfast of maybe biscuits and whatever meat, if there's any eggs.
There's some eggs, obviously a lot of salted pork kind of hanging, or salted meats hanging from like a hook in the far end of the kitchen. There appears to be like cornmeal and your requisite fats, and all of the stuff should you decide to steer clear of any kind of possible flour contamination.
Yeah, she'll go back there, and one thing that she'll do is sweep out very, very, very thoroughly, sweep out the oven that they use for their baked goods. Clean that out before she builds a fire in there.
Okay. The oven's cleaned semi-regularly. It's the kind where the logs actually burn inside.
Right.
So it has to be cleaned every day. So it's basically just got like a day's worth of mostly ash and I guess, any potential contaminants.
Yeah.
Everything comes out. The ash, it's just ash from the trees out back. You guess a little pile of wood sits in the corner of the kitchen for you to start a fire again.
Okay. Yeah, I will get that all cleaned out and build a fire and get ready to, make some breakfast here.
Lapis, Beck, while Selmay's making breakfast in the kitchen, what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna try and basically I want to give this building the true like inspectors once over. Like I want to run an investigation in like every single room, like look for any, say, if this guy kept a clean above par building, I want to make sure that like, he wasn't like a smuggler that had like a secret thing in the floor or a wall or something like that. I'm basically just like giving this building the once over, like with a fine tooth comb.
Okay. Let's do it like by floor. There'll be like a little kind of root cellar, like deal with a trap door in the kitchen. Probably 15 by 15 once you get down there. It's kind of the pantry, root cellar, storage for everything. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, and then we'll do the first floor, like everything, and then upstairs, basically collectively all the rooms.
As Beck is going, Lapis will say, see if you find the bill of ownership, that might be useful.
Well, that's part of why I'm giving this building the once over. Like I want to see like everything about this building. All right, investigation. All right, not too great. That's 15.
Okay. In the root cellar, everything appears as is, exactly like you'd expect. In the corner, there is like a chest. It's more for security than it is to be ornate. So it seems to be made of like a really sturdy wood, and the metal, all the fittings on the corners, the buckles.
Like big iron buckles and bands that like seal it.
It is not to be like adored and looked at. It is to hold stuff.
Okay.
It's kind of tucked in a little so the root cellar's got like an earthen wall. So it like somebody kind of dug something out of the wall, put it in there, and then put something over it.
So seeing that in the root cellar, I will pull it out and look at it. Does it look like basically like a what would be like a safe in those times, kind of?
Yes.
Like, okay.
And like I say, it's not very heavy. It's probably, I don't know, 2 by 18 by probably 2 again.
Okay, so it's like a like this size.
Yeah.
Okay. Would I be able to see if I could jimmy it open?
It doesn't look like it. Everything about it seems, like I said, made for security. All the corners and everything are perfectly square and plumb, and then every seam has like a metal kind of thing, so you couldn't even kind of gouge into the wood to try to pry it open.
Is there any food down here as well? Anything that was stored?
It looks like all the roots and stuff from the harvest to get ready for winter. Potatoes, beets, carrots, that kind of thing.
Okay, nice. So there's hardy stuff. So I'll like take it like a small inventory and be like, this is what we could have for dinner type of thing. And then I'll take the chest and kind of give it put it on my back and hold one handle and then climb up the ladder towards the kitchen.
Okay.
And as I'm coming out, like you see just like dirt and grime covered, and just like I merge into the kitchen and close the hatch and just I found this, and then I'll just like drop it in the kitchen, and then I'll go about still finish my investigation.
Okay.
You'll hear Selma singing softly some beautiful melody in Elvish as she's working in the kitchen, very focused on what she's doing. She doesn't even notice you come up out of wherever you just came up out of.
So I'll see Selma and I wasn't expecting anyone else up at this time, and I'll turn to you and just drop the chest, and this might be the former proprietor's safe box.
What do you have there? Yes, I'm making breakfast. Did you sleep well?
I slept all right, as well could be expected. The storm was quite loud, but luckily enough, I only need so much sleep.
Yes, well,
I
cleaned out the wood.
Talking to you, I'll give you a small idea of what's in the root cellar. Since I see you're cooking, I'll just be like, well, this is what we might have for dinner.
Oh, that looks lovely. Good, very well. Okay, I'm making biscuits, and I'm making. We have some dried meat. I did clean out the wood oven, so we won't have any issues.
Excellent. I like your forethought. I'm going to continue my investigation and see what I can find about this building.
Okay, so good. Be careful. Are the others awake?
Lapis, what do you do?
Crawling from under one of the tables in the dining room.
Is it canonical that you sleep like under things and on the floor? Like,
look, it wasn't, but now it is. So
all right, I'm just checking because like the past 3 times we've slept, you have been under something or like on the ground.
Next time we're in an inn or something, I'll take the mattress off, slide it under the bed, and sleep
Sleep
there.
underneath the bed frame.
Because it seems so absurd that I have to do it now.
Hey man, I know the feeling. I've slept on the floor of a bus before.
Lapis is crawling from under and continuing to copy Animal Messenger, which takes 4 hours, 2 hours per spell level. So probably halfway through copying it. So he's just rubbing his eyes and he's like, just scribbling.
All right. I just the kind of one of the tables in the great room.
Yeah, like the randomest table.
All right. So as you sit there kind of scribbling away, Beck kind of comes in and starts, kind of poking around and, giving the place a good once over. Go and give me the investigation for like the first floor.
Okay. Not as great. That is an 8.
Ooh. Everything in the great room appears like a normal, like inn wood. Everything's kind of beat up. None of the furniture's super nice. It just, yeah, man, an 8. Like, this certainly is an inn.
So like I'll start poking around, and having searched it the night before, I won't give it like a quite the thorough look that I should. I know that like I should be searching more, but I feel like I looked last night. There's nothing else I could find down here, so I'll just kind of like brush off the middle floor and just kind of like get to like look around. I get the nagging suspicion that I don't quite get everything in the back of my head, but I totally just am like, no, it's fine.
Okay. Sal may still bake biscuits. Go upstairs and do your investigation for like the rooms.
The top floors? Okay.
Yeah.
She would have made some coffee on the hearth, and so she'd bring out all the necessary mugs and whatever people like to put in their coffee. Good morning, Lippies.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much. The floor is not a place to sleep. Coffee will help.
I feel like you're like a college student, like cramming for an exam.
The beds here are quite comfortable, though. You should, if we stay here again, you should use a bed.
I'll try to remember that. I was too tired last night. I couldn't climb the
Did you sleep
stairs.
well at least?
Yeah, it was comfortable for an under the table type of situation. It's just lower back is not what it used to be.
Yes.
I don't blame you.
The coffee is ready,
18
and
for the top floors, man.
I'm making breakfast. I'll bring it out when it is ready.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Lapis goes about finishing his spells. Selma her breakfast for everybody. Beck upstairs goes through all the rooms, probably starting with the ones where the people, the two dead people were.
Yeah, so basically I'll start with the right room and then just crisscross back and forth, giving it the full start in one corner, move all the way around in a square, go to the next one, that type of searching. I'll give the top floor the best thing that I have before with that roll that I got.
Knowing that these are rooms that people have stayed in, they are more likely to be like things hidden by clever folks. With your 18, in the room with the dying man, the one that you put out of his suffering, hidden under the mattress, you find a piece of parchment with the title Spring Storage. And it has notes of possession. We have taken possession of the following 6 items.
Okay.
You will be hold on, I lost it. Of the following 6 items, we plan to hold them before shipping.
All right. So spring storage, 6 items, hold before shipping.
Yes.
And can I tell is this just like a handwritten note, or is this like a business ledger?
It's it looks like letterhead. If the part of it at the top looks like it's kind of copied either by magic or something else, and it looks like a cross between an invoice and a note.
Okay. And is there any discerning organizations, markings, anything like that I can tell from this?
You would guess Spring Storage is the organization, by how it's up on like the letterhead at the top.
Spring Storage is the... Okay. All right.
That's what
I will tuck that away.
Spring Storage is centered about the letter or the item, and then we have taken possession of the 6 items.
Okay, so it's basically like the, in like a kind of formal letterhead, like top left-hand corner, Spring Storage, and then underneath it starts the letterhead, we have taken possession, yada,
Yes.
yada, yada. Okay, yeah. All right. So I'll tuck that into my inner pocket of my coat, and I'll move back downstairs if that's the only thing that I've found, like, in the rooms.
Yeah, everything else was pretty clean. The dead dwarf had probably just arrived. Didn't even unpack. All he had was this pack of things in his room, still all bundled together.
Those are like adventurers packs or anything like that?
The dwarf's was nothing too spectacular in it.
Just like his rations and tinderbox and all that stuff.
Yeah, bedroll, that kind of thing.
Okay. I'll take anything useful from it.
Okay.
As just kind of like to refill anything in my pack, because I actually use an explorer's pack as well.
Okay. 2 torches, tinderbox, bedroll, and 3 rations.
Okay, so I will take the rations and put them in my pack. The tinderbox I'll take as well, because you can always use another tinderbox. The bedroll I don't really need because I have one, so I'll leave that. And then the torches I'll take as well.
Okay. The Fellowship of the Flame would agree with you about always needing a tinderbox.
That's right. You never know when you need to start a fire.
To be dead bodies, and with you guys, it could be everywhere.
And dude, this campaign is proving that for sure.
So you're going to come back downstairs. Lampiece is probably going to just be finishing his copying of his little snitch animal spell. Selmay's biscuits should be done.
Yes, yeah, she'll come out
now.
and set a plate of nice warm biscuits, some crockery spread of some kind, buttery, maybe some honey, any fruit that was available, dried meats, cheese, and just set everything out.
So smelling the biscuits coming out of the oven, I'll come back downstairs and just kind of start looking around the room. Like, I have that feeling, but I'll go in the kitchen and drag the secure chest out into like where we're sitting and eating, and just kind of like show it to everybody and pose the does anybody have any ideas what we can do with this?
Is it did you open it? Have you seen what is inside?
I'm not that kind of monk.
I see.
Insight check.
17 says you are.
These are not our belongings, but everyone here has passed away. Did you find any reference to any family of the owner or anything like that? Someone we might alert to what has happened.
The only thing I found was this chest in the root cellar. There might be something else down here. The rooms have nothing, but this main room might hold something. I looked here last night, but another set of eyes is always useful.
I could see if I could figure out how to open this chest.
If you can, it might have information that we may use for this instance.
If you think it is okay that we open it, yes. I guess I don't see why not at this point.
I feel having burned what we think is the previous owner, it might be prevalent to open this chest.
I suppose this is small, considering we just burned the owner. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Burn people first, ask questions later.
I I think Selmay then would go ahead
That's
and
the type of monk I am.
I think Selmay would want to go ahead and try to investigate to see if the chest is locked or what mechanism there is
Okay.
for opening, all that sort of thing.
All right.
That is a 19.
Ooh. It just like Beck saw, it appears to be very well made. All the edges are square. All the seams are covered in what appear to be steel, and the locking mechanism, from what you can see in through the keyhole, seems to be quite elaborate. You imagine it to be a key with kind of multiple little facets for it to work.
Yes, we need to find the key for this. It looks like it's going to be quite a fancy key. Maybe there's was there an office somewhere like back in the kitchen, Manny?
No, it was just the kind of kitchen, and then the root cellar is the only other room kind of adjoining that.
Maybe it is hidden somewhere here.
Well, I just finished copying my stuff, and I could really use a stretch of my legs. I can look around. I can try and look around.
Yes, it has to be somewhere on this floor.
If you want to look, Sylvia, you look high. I look low because my back is killing me, and I can't really straighten up too much.
Yeah, I think Selmay will go ahead and make a good, thorough investigation of the kitchen.
Okay.
That is a 14.
On the butcher's, like the table that you would kind of assume to be like the butcher's block of the kitchen, there also appear to be ink stains or stains that aren't blood or a byproduct of food. And the legs on the table seem like they're dragged across the floor quite often.
I'll try to move it around or have a closer inspection. Beck, it looks like maybe this is also this butcher block is also used as a writing desk or something. Look, there's ink here.
So I'll go in the kitchen and look and see. Since he pointed it out, I'll look at the ink and look at like the sliding marks. Do they go in a specific direction?
It's not marks on the floor. The legs on the table just look like they're all jagged from just being dragged like all over the place. It's wood. The floor is like a stone. So
it looks like they're like worn in a direction, like they're worn certain ways.
Yeah, not like a table that's been stationary its whole time, but one that's clearly like been dragged across this like stone floor.
Okay. It's not uncommon to do business in a kitchen. Not my business, but I've heard of such dealings.
For lack of another place, yes, it's there's no office here.
I guess let's see if we can move if there's like an area we can slide it to that it like seems at home. Is there like an end table where like it would like kind of slide into or something like that?
It's if you just pull it away. The kitchen's kind of basically just like a narrow galley kitchen oven. The table's at the end. As you pull it away, you see obviously that kind of weird line when a table's always against the wall, where it gets dirty and then you can tell where the table sits. There's one of those like very clearly across the wall. And as you go to kind of look at it, the butcher's block itself seems to have like almost like a drawer. There's a cutout on it that doesn't appear on the side that you would see just standing about the kitchen.
So there's like a secret drawer that was against the wall.
Yeah, you just turn it around, like instead of having the desk like open towards you, turn it around and push it towards the wall.
All right. You want an investigation on it, or?
I mean, yeah, you can just open it.
All right. I'll having pulled it away. I'll open it up.
Okay. Inside, there appear to be some recipes. One of them for a famous meat pie. And also in rifling around the drawer, there's like a bottle of ink, a couple of feathers used probably for quills, and an odd like square piece of metal about like yay big, probably looks like a belt buckle.
So I'll pull everything out of the drawer and put it on top of the butcher's block so everybody can look at it.
Mm-hmm. Anything of interest to anybody?
Is this the key we need?
So it looked like a key.
So they're looking at that stuff. I'll start rifling through the paperwork, the recipes, and stuff like that. See what they are.
Like I said, a famous meat pie, like a pigeon custard, which seems gross on its merits. You never know. And just kind of random, like odds and ends. A couple of inventories. It looks like from the root cellar downstairs, and yeah, like I said, just the kind of, probably the equivalent of the inn's like kitchen drunk drawer, like we all have. Because you own an inn doesn't mean you don't have one.
Yeah, I'll take them. Just recipes are recipes. I'll take it. I know. Having lived in the city, I know the value of a good recipe. The ink. I'm fairly intelligent. Is this like? Do I get the hint of like arcana or anything like that from this ink?
Probably just the stuff the tavern keeper used to write stuff down with.
I bet Lapis would like to have that ink. He writes a lot. I see him writing all the time.
That'd be nice. You use a lot of my ink on the sign outside.
I did. So I'll kind of like take the ink and cork it and just be like, "Oh, I found you a gift." I'll have that.
So generous. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll taste it and see if it's good or not. Like, yeah, it's pretty good ink. Okay.
Has anybody looked at the piece of metal?
Yeah, I think Selma would pick it up and see if it can be manipulated or if there's unfolded or opened or.
It appears to be made of the same metal as all of the fastenings and pieces of the chest, but it's an odd, like I said, kind of a square shape,
almost like a medallion-ish.
Yeah, probably 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe. You can see right through it, all the engravings and kind of carvings. They are asymmetrical. No matter how you kind of orient the piece of metal.
Maybe let me see. I'll go over to the chest and I'll try to put like a corner of it in the keyhole or press it flat against the keyhole, see if it reacts to the chest in any way or unfolds, or if I notice any similarity between the etching and the shape of the keyhole.
It absolutely fits, like in the same way you would drop a coin, like into a slot. If I imagine you're not just going to jam it in there. So if you just wanted to kind of test fit it and pull it up, it will fit. And for the most part, as far as you're willing to go, it looks like like I said, it works.
I look at Lapis and Beck. Have you ever seen a key? Do I just push it in all the way and then? But how does it come back out? I suppose does it matter if it comes back out?
This is an expensive type of lock. This person knew the value of a good lock, and I'll kind of like show him that you have to slide it all the way in, almost to basically the edge, like that type of lock. Having seen the city, like having lived in the city, I've visited a locksmith or a keysmith or anything like that, and just kind of having perused the store like that. I can see like a top end lock and like a bottom end lock. I won't know how to pick it, but I'd be like, that's a fancy lock.
Whoever's gonna stick the try to push it in, roll me a d4, please.
Yeah, Selmy will go ahead and push it in.
Go ahead, Salme. I'll give you the.
That's a 3.
Okay. You're gonna push it. Keep going, keep going. At no point does it kind of tip like it falls in, but it stays almost straight, like on a track. And just before it comes all the way in and is flush with like the slot, it gives a little resistance. And when you try to push it in that last little bit, like a little spring kind of kicks it back out towards you.
Okay, I'll grab it and pull it out and see if it is unlocked.
Okay. After you pull it out, you hear like a series of kind of tick, 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 and then kind of larger and deeper in tone sounds. And eventually the lid just kind of pops open ever so much.
As soon as the clicking started, I cast an Armor of Agathis on myself.
I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, I just hear like the sound of like armor form, like crystal armor forming, like next to me, and I like look over, and I'm just like, "Oh, this isn't good."
I kind of look up at him and smile. We have a key. Do not be afraid. It is okay.
I'm not afraid. I'm just cautious. Didn't make it to 85 or say to 72 to 85 to just by opening things.
Yes. we have the key. It is okay. I'm sure we are fine.
I'm finer now. Good luck.
All right. Who wants to pop it open?
I'll go ahead and open it.
Okay. I just do that just to mess with people. So inside, you are going to see a traditional key made of, it looks like black iron. It's about 12 inches long, quite large. For whatever it opens is probably very big.
I wonder if this is the key to the front door. We could lock the place when we leave and come back and see that perhaps someone in the city back could come out here and be the innkeeper. Might be a nice...
A key like this doesn't open a front door. This opens something else. This key is something else. Like when he opens that and I look at the key, can I do an investigation on the key?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. 17.
It is, like I said, it's not like disproportionately large. It's not like it looks like a key that would be proportional to Storm Chaser. It's just made of a very heavy, like I said, it's probably black iron. It's probably about this big. The end, kind of that little piece that turns with it. Probably 3 or 4 inches.
Like a key?
Yeah, like I said, whatever it opens, it's pretty big. And then also in the chest is, it looks like a chainmail shirt made of the same kind of black metal. And on it, it has the heraldry of the free city of Greyhawk. And it looks almost identical to the city guards that you encountered at the embassy. Just the metal is not the kind of traditional steel chainmail. It's this like black iron.
This may hold more information for us. Are there like banks in the city?
You're not in a town. You're just
like
you said. You're basically like a Greyhawk Howard Johnson.
well, that's what I'm saying. But like in the city of Greyhawk, are there like large repositories or stuff like
Sure.
that?
The city would have a treasury, and
okay.
then any of the guilds, probably the banking guild would be one. Lots of places would have like big secure locks first things.
This key may hold the answers we're looking for. In the city, you can store things. If if you pay someone, they'll do certain things for you. This is the type of thing you pay for a space, and it is your space. This person may have put their savings or any information they've gathered in a box like this, only to hide something like this seems almost.
Yes, it must be something valuable is hidden there. Something. What? This is a Free City Heraldry, yes. What was this?
This is old. This is old city.
Wonder what is
City
doing
guard?
here.
Retired city guard, owner of an inn.
I haven't seen heraldry like any armor like this in quite some time.
When the rain lets up, if the city is close enough, I can now send a little bird or an animal to find a guard that we know, and let them know that what happened here.
We could ask them his information, really, too.
Yeah.
See if,
like, hey, someone with a thing of your armor is dead. We didn't kill him. Come check out the new inn. 15% off of the city guard or less.
You basically got a traveling flyer.
Under new ownership.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, are there any like any other discerning marks on the chain shirt?
No,
just the tabard.
Just the tabard, and it's kind of like worked in on like a plate in the chest.
It's kind of like armored in. Yeah,
it's not like a tabard that you just throw over.
It was given to them like that. Yeah. Okay.
The shirt doesn't appear to be in bad condition. It appears to actually be in pretty good condition. It's what was the majority of the weight of the chest.
Okay.
Yeah. And whoever put it in there put it in like deliberately for it to be like that, the same way that you would put it in there. So right when you open it, you saw, like the heraldry, and it was perfectly square about the box. It wasn't just like haphazardly thrown in there.
So it was organized. It was.
Yeah. I mean, all it was,
okay.
Yeah. All it was the key and the chain shirt.
Okay. If you look inside the chest and outside and inside and outside, does it look like the space that is open inside is what it should be open outside, or does it look like the bottom of the chest comes up too close and there's a false bottom?
You can look.
Can I? Mm-hmm. Give it a old investigation. What's that? Is that gonna be good? No, it's not gonna be good. That's a 9. It's a chest. Is it square?
It's like it's rectangular. On let's see, a 9. One of the panels of like the liner of the box appears slightly off from the rest.
Look at that. That's strange. I noticed that this side is different from the others. Maybe there's a keyhole inside the chest to open with that key. What's this?
You want to pull back the little weird panel in the lining?
Yeah, I have 10 temporary hit points. I feel brave.
Underneath it, you find a piece of paper with something written on it.
Oh, look at this. Hidden panel with paper. There might be more hidden panels in here because, I mean, only an armor and a key to hide in a fancy chest. Maybe smaller things. What does the paper say?
It seems to be a letter. It just says, "Remember your oath. The city has called upon you in its time of need. Even if you will receive zero recognition from the masses, our mission is necessary. Return to the steam when available."
Oh, I think that the inn owner was more important than just a regular inn owner. Look at this. Secret messages and associations and secret chests and armor things. He might have been like an important member of a secret society of some kind.
So he'll hold up the note, and I'll give it a read. Do I recognize anything or note anything about the steam or anything like that? Do I?
You know that there is a resort town called Steaming Springs, relatively close by. It's known for its, geothermal pools and a kind of
Getaway?
yeah. A lot of like the nobles and bigger to-dos kind of use it as like a weekend getaway from the free city.
So I will convey that information to the party, or just kind of say the Steams is a well-to-do area. It seems this inn owner was far more important than he let on with this paltry inn.
Was the innkeeper proprietor human? Or at least, yeah, we would have been able to tell. He wouldn't have did that long.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Human in the kitchen, dwarf upstairs, dead, half-elf dying.
That's right. Yes, it seems we've definitely found something quite interesting. He will definitely be missed when word gets out that this this has happened here.
These steams, we may be able to find more information. It's not that far from here. This key may be something there, and I'll tuck the key away inside my breast pocket.
You've had quite the eventful morning, kind of poking about the place, having breakfast, copying spells, looking for stuff. As it gets past like the kind of noon hour, the rain has subsided. It's still gross and gray and wet outside, but the like kind of torrential downpours seem to have ceased.
Is this steam place on the way to Elmshire?
Is it okay? So it is. So I'll give cellmate the. It is. It's only an hour or two from here. Oh, 1 day from here.
Yeah.
So it's 1 day from 1 day from Elmshire, and then 1 day from Steams. Or
it's
was it
1 day.
2 days.
It would be 1 day to Steaming Springs, 1 day from there to Elmshire.
So we may even use Steams as a halfway point.
Yeah, everything pretty much close to Greyhawk is pretty much like set in like 1 day intervals
Increments?
of distance.
Well, perhaps we should take these items there and see if anyone knows him, and we can at least let somebody know. Did we ever find a key to the inn?
No.
No, we just
I can actually take the entire chest with us if we want. I can.
We don't have to take the chest. We can just take the armor and the key. I got the key already. If somebody wants to just put the armor in their pack,
It's a fancy chest. Could be expensive. Could be useful.
we can use it later. We can hide it. We can put it back down in the cellar.
Storm Chaser carry it. Just
No, I have magic.
shoebox.
I can take it with us with magic.
oh.
I mean, if it's a good, I like the locking. That's a fairly expensive chest, so we can use it for.
And I found like this secret panel, but there might be more. It did clicking, so there's mechanisms in here. Could be something that we can study with time, and maybe there's something else.
Yeah, so I guess we'll tell Storm Chaser to lug it around like a backpack.
I'll hand Selma. Can you hold this? It's a worn pack of cards. Can you hold this for a moment?
Yes, of course.
And I'll put my left hand on the handle of the chest, and I'll disappear and suck into the empty card case, which is my genie bottle. And I have a 20-foot cylinder room where I can just leave the chest and then pop back out. Okay, here we go.
What did you do?
So you just like disappear with the chest and then reappear without the chest?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking wild.
What
There
did
we
you do?
go.
Where is the chest?
Oh,
Where
it's
did you
in
go?
here. It's in here. It's my patron gave me some abilities to do some magic, and one of the pieces of magic is I can disappear into this for a number of hours, a number of times a day, and I can hear what's happening on the outside from inside. I can just do it for myself. Eventually, I think I can upgrade my room to a more like a premium service.
It does.
and I can
it
bring
seems,
people with me.
It seems very small.
It does. Inside, there's cushions and tables and chairs.
What?
It's like the size of this kitchen, about.
That's
It's really nice.
That is marvelous.
Maybe one day I'll be able to invite you all to
Could you
hang
take
out
me
in my room.
take me there to show me one day?
Right now, it's a single person room. I can't really take that many more people in. It's kind of part of the deal. But eventually, I will. I can take up to 5 people with me.
This is magnificent. You must.
I wouldn't call it magnificent. That's kind of trademarked. It's really good though.
You must be a very powerful wizard then.
Genie.
I do not know what this is, but
It's like a high level elemental. Like there's Tao for earth and genies and Ifrits for fire and genies for air, and the water ones, which I forgot. I never really see them, and I don't know how to swim, so I never really visited that plane.
I see.
But owns a casino and resort, and I worked there for a while. And this is like this magic is like my retirement package. I worked there for 50 years, and now I can do magic.
So you are a genie. You are not a person,
Well,
like a
first,
human
ouch.
person. No, I mean
Second-
like a human person. I didn't mean no. You're a person, of course.
I'm a tiefling, horns, and I'm a warlock. I can do some magic, and this is one of the magics that I
I'm
can.
so sorry. I'm so confused.
It is very confusing. I look like an old man, and I like I can't do much, but I can do all sorts of weird stuff.
Yes, you can.
I may not be a wizard, but I can do magic.
I see. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean you were not a person.
It's okay. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
confused. Okay.
It is confusing. I just disappeared into an empty card case and then came back out.
Yes.
I can see how that's confusing.
Yes.
Just because I know how to do it doesn't mean that I understand how other people are not going to be confused. I think I can do it a bunch of times. Let me look in my employee leaflet, employee handbook. I'll tell you how many times I can do it. All right.
Okay. So
Once a day.
she'll hand the pack of cards back to you with this kind of, her nose is kind of crinkled up, and she's very clearly confused. Okay.
Maybe one day I'll take you all to the resort, but it's a kind of a dangerous place. I mean, it's nice and everything, but it can't be dangerous.
Well, perhaps we should get on the road. We've already lost a half a day. It looks like it's stopped raining.
Yeah, do we want to send... How far away is Greyhawk? Is it like 50 miles away? 25 miles away? Very exact numbers, I know, but how far away is it?
Probably like 4 or 5.
Oh, I can totally reach that. I can, if you give me 10 minutes, I can send a message to the guard captain and let them know that what happened here.
Okay. Is part of the deal he can send a message back, or is it a one-way thing?
One-way thing. Animal messenger. I believe it's a one-way thing. A little bird or another type of animal, land animal, will make their way to the person I describe, and as soon as I find it, and it will speak in my voice, my message. So a gecko's going to arrive, and it's gonna open its mouth. Hey, hello there. This is Lapis. You remember when you almost arrested us? It's me. There's some dead people in the inn. Formerly,
we burned them. There's nothing here.
There were.
There's nothing here.
There's no evidence. So we got rid of it. Don't worry about it. We fixed it.
You're welcome.
Is that how forensics work? I don't know. They cannot reply.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you send off. Is it like an actual like gecko or
10-minute ritual, and animal that I can see it's the material components of the ritual, and they if there's a land creature 25 miles, if it's a flying creature 50 miles.
Okay.
And they go to a place that I have seen, find a person that I describe, and speak the 25-word message of check the roadside inn, something. They died of flower poisoning. We took care of it, but check it out anyway. By the way, it's Lapis. 24 words. I'm out. Bye.
All right. So you're gonna send your little gecko off. You have to be outside to do this.
I probably asked Selmy for help. Can you find me like an animal around? You don't need to catch it. Just like point it out to me. I can't really see.
Yes, of course. I'll go outside and see if I can find any little animal with Lapis.
Okay.
Do you need me to talk to it for you?
No, I just like keep it steady for like 10 or 11 minutes. Very exact amount of time.
Just hold it.
And I'll just do my ritual, and I will have it deliver a message for us back to Greyhawk.
See. Okay.
When I picked up this spell, I thought I could like create an animal, but I need to actually like get one physically. Like you're here, I don't know how. I would have sent a worm. I don't think that would have worked.
Some snails out from the rain.
Yeah, 2 weeks later. Shit.
Up you go, little buddy.
I guess I can see if I can snare a rabbit. I don't have anything really in my stuff.
Yeah, Mom Piece, that's kind of messed up to assume that she could just talk to stuff. She's a ranger, not Dr. Doolittle.
Tiny beast that you can see within range.
I can speak with animals. That's about the closest thing I've got. And charm person.
With with the stopping of the rain, animals trying to come out of their shelters as well. You hear kind of shuffling up in the trees of some sort of animal, probably squirrels, something along those lines, and some birds across on the other side of the road seem to be huddled under a branch, trying not to get wet from all the dripping of the trees. You want a squirrel? You want a bird?
I'll ask Lapis. Which would you prefer, a bird or a squirrel?
Your choice. I don't mind either way. Squirrels are kind of suspicious. Have you seen how they look at you?
I think a bird would be best, yes.
You don't want to get on the bad side of squirrels.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. And I will gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness is limited by their intelligence, but they could provide information. I might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for me at the GM's discretion. Wink, wink.
If that favor is listen to this old man for a minute while he's got to do something, then yes.
Okay.
I need you to just hang out and watch this guy. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Yep. Yep. So I will cast that.
All right. The bird turns ever attentively to Lapis and very wide eyes just stares at him.
So I'm gonna spend the 11 minutes that it takes me to cast the ritual to create with ink the equivalent of a little voice box, so that once it's cast, it will float over and attach to the bird around the bird's neck, and the bird go back to Greyhawk that way and find. I'll describe the guard, the leader of the captains that arrested us or tried to arrest us back at the embassy, and deliver the message, please. Thank you.
Stand by the grey stone while the thrush knocks, and the setting sun of Durin's day will shine upon the keyhole.
So the bird takes off into like the dark kind of cloudy skies. Its companions on the fence remain. They weren't so intrigued with going for a fly. But as best you could tell, it flies, along the path of the road and seems to be heading towards back towards the free city from whence you came.
Birds can cover, according to the magic, 50 miles. So it should be there relatively soon. Find the person and deliver the message. And we probably shouldn't be here when they come because this is kind of suspicious. And we need to be somewhere else and be helpful elsewhere, I believe.
Yes, I think we need to make our way. Are we going to the steaming springs then?
We can.
It's on the way. We might as well.
Oh, it is. Oh, perfect.
Okay. So you set off on this kind of wet, at least, afternoon. The mud on the road pretty thick. At no point does it appear at any point in the morning, or at least since it started raining, that there's been much foot traffic through here. With the amount of rain and the kind of composition of the dirt road, footprints, wagon wheel ruts, animal tracks, something would be in this. But over the course of a couple of hours of rain, everything seems to be perfectly smoothed out and is like a lake bed at low tide. Very soft, very givey, and every time you take a step, it's a slight struggle to free yourself from the mud. If you were to turn around, the only footsteps that would be in the road are the four of you. And overhead, you see, kind of a return to life outside of the city. More birds in the sky, deer, kind of animals off to the side of the road emerging from wherever they, rode out the storm. As you make it a couple of hours into the morning, the weather doesn't seem to be getting any better, but it's not raining anymore, so there's that. You come to what's known as the Old Stone Bridge. It crosses the river here, and it's actually been either washed away or destroyed deliberately. The two ends on the shore are still standing, a little bit of the span, but the middle of it seems to be missing. A big collection of rocks in the river appear to be made of the same material as the bridge itself. Most importantly, this bridge spans probably about 30 to 40 foot wide, relatively deep part of the river, and is probably really important to commerce and travel and all kinds of things in this region.
This is no good. I wonder how this happened. It didn't storm enough to wash out this bridge, certainly. Seems that whoever's doing these things really has a concern with the free city of Greyhawk to cause this kind of damage. People will not be able to get to the city.
You guys want to keep going? Check out the bridge?
Do we have to cross this bridge?
You do not.
Oh, okay.
It basically crosses a river that's more or less running parallel with the road. it's like I said, it's just kind of it's a relatively large bridge, and the way the kind of road appears as you make your way up into the mountains, this is probably like a major travel route, and the absence of the bridge is going to be a problem for somebody.
You could probably send another bird, but I don't want to annoy the one guard captain. That
Yes,
doesn't.
I'm sure they will figure it out before long.
That's true.
We can't be the only ones who've seen it.
Yeah.
I think we should continue on.
Yeah, maybe if we find another group of people, we'll let them know. But I don't think we can fix this.
No, I cannot.
At this point, the road is going to start to kind of veer east, and you'll start to travel up higher elevations. It's a lot more rocky up here than muddy. Everything seems to be kind of, the road seems to be cut through the mountains, probably deliberately. And as you kind of make your way up into the mountains, like you kind of just gradually get used to this kind of like real deep humidity. And as the day goes on off in the rocks, you can start to see what appears to be like maybe fog or steam. It's cool outside, so it literally could be either one. This humidity kind of overwhelms you, and slowly but surely you start to see like very nice, like solitary dwellings, like up high along the mountain road. All of them quite large, set very far apart from each other, like grand, estates just up in the mountains.
Wonder, we must be getting close then. This is steam, is it not?
A couple more hours in, you come to almost like a plateau of the mountains. The humidity is absolutely overwhelming. It's a small town, probably only maybe 4 blocks by 4 blocks, just along 2 roads. All of them seem very nice, and everything here seems, all the signs and everything seem to be kind of geared towards like health and wellness. There's a sign for an herbal shop, place that sells tea, all kinds of health things. They're all shuttered. It looks very much like the deserted town of Fork that you encountered on your way to and from Blackfriar Manor and the meadery. With the kind of level of the building and everything, this place must have been magnificent at some point. Lately, it just appears completely shuttered. Everything's closed down, a little kind of worn. The ground very muddy, and above kind of one of the side streets, there appear to be vultures circling.
This is not good. How long does it appear to have been shuttered, empty, abandoned? I mean, is there like a lot of tall grass growing up? Like it's been a couple of seasons? Are there any? I think at this point, Silme would be looking for footprints, tracks.
There don't appear to be like travelers' footprints. Basically the road straight through and back out of town. Right at the kind of central intersection, there seems to be a collection of footsteps from probably been made during the day since the rain. And they all seem to kind of go from one area to one particular building. That building is also the only one that is lit. It appears to have light coming from the inside. If it sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the rest of this village, which probably hasn't been abandoned for too long. it hasn't suffered from, the kind of random crime where people just smash windows just because, or looting. It just appears empty.
Perhaps we should go to this building where the lights are. You see these footprints here.
I wonder if they also got flour from the same mill.
I would assume everywhere in this region, sounds like this harvest festival. It is a large custom tradition here, celebrated by all. Perhaps we go to this building and see what is happening there. It's the only signs of activity.
That's like a good idea.
So you're going to make your way to basically like the big intersection in town. The building that's lit is going to be off the side street, probably about 3 or 4 buildings off from the intersection. In front of it is going to be basically directly under where the scavenger birds were flying. And as you kind of look down, there appear to be 6 or 7 vultures picking at something in the street in front of the only lit building in town.
Well, I think Selma is going to know what that's all about. It seems that perhaps people here have suffered the same fate, and she's going to approach and kind of try to shoo away the carrion birds.
The birds don't even let you get that close before kind of fluttering off on their own. Not quite back into the sky, but just atop the rooftops nearby. And as you walk up on the body, it is most likely humanoid in shape. It has the same kind of pallor and like withered skin that you are familiar with from the bodies of the inn. It is like covered in blood. It's definitely not, if it's a whole body, it's a gnome. If it's anything larger, there's not enough material for it to all be here.
This is most disturbing. Is there any clothing or gear with it? A weapon?
There is no weapon. There does appear, it's hard to tell with the mud and everything, a black metal chain shirt appears to be covered in mud, partially submerged in like a puddle, kind of away from the pieces where the birds are feasting.
This is... the Storm Chaser, do you have anything you can use to roll it over without touching it? This is terrible.
Like what? Probably like the
like
end of his axe, right?
Your axe or his big staff or something.
He's gonna kind of fish it out of the puddle and kind of caked in mud. It is just a dirty version of the shirt you found at the inn. It does have some of the links like torn and broken, and one of the ones on like where the shoulder would be, they all appear to be slightly malformed, as if like hit with something and by something very strong that could bend like the ringlets of chain.
Goodness, this warrior has seen action, don't you think?
Why?
Perhaps we should get inside. And she'll kind of look around, almost as if, like that creepy B-rate horror film, like as if something's up in one of the wavy glass windows looking down at them. That kind of thing.
Norman talking to his mother.
Stephen King, sort of. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah.
Sitting there rocking in the rocking chair. Nothing around this side street that runs perpendicular to the main road. Appears to be the same thing as most of your other travels today, except for kind of a concentrated area of footprints, kind of in the area where the body was found. and then also directly onto the front porch of this very sturdy stone building. It's got like a wooden awning as a porch. For the most part, it looks like a normal building. There's a small sign that says spring storage on the door. Everything, as best you could tell from the inside, is lit. And if you did not see dead bodies or haven't seen anybody all day, you would suppose that the place is open for business.
Spring storage, wasn't that what you found in the inn, Beck?
Y'all don't know about that.
Right.
He's that type of monk.
So I will check the footprints that are around this body. Are they different from humanoid? Are they booted, not booted, clawed? What's going on there?
They are all they look like humanoids, and they all basically look like the same boot, essentially, if not the same size.
Strange clue. Let's go inside.
I'll see the name of the building, and I will actually usher that we go inside.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
As you walk up on the front porch, there are two exceptionally large double doors, reinforced with heavy iron, and they appear to be like each plank of the door appears to almost be like a tree that was squared off. The right up against the flushing of the floor, it seems perfectly square, and everything about this door and this building seem remarkably well built, including all of the iron bars over the two windows.
Well, shall we go in?
I think we should. This seems like it will hold information.
Okay. You push open the door. A bell attached to the door rings. Inside, everything's lit. There's a couple of lanterns. The room on both sides of the kind of center walkway, flagged with like just big boxes, crates, things under like canvas tarps. Everything just exceptionally dusty, as if it had been here forever. The center of the room, from the door you just walked into straight back, is caked in like mud and appears very well traveled.
Well, let's have a look around.
Yeah.
Like I said, upstairs, it's going to be just a long room, pathway cut, kind of a door in the back. This one just solid steel, not even the illusion of wood and metal. And then all of the crates have various kind of almost like shipping information, like a city of origin, a city of destination, some ports of call. All of the dates appear to be from about 30 to 40 years ago. Nothing appears to have any kind of, relevant information recent. Everything seems to be forever ago.
Doesn't this seem strange? Isn't this like a place where people go? But why is everything so old? It's dusty in here, yet there are muddy footprints, like we are not the first ones here?
It
Everything is
seems
so
like this
old.
might be the most secure building. By the looks of this town, it might be the only safe place to hide.
Perhaps we follow these tracks. Do the tracks lead back to that steel door?
it just seems like there's been foot traffic. Like I said, everything's kind of dusty. This one basically track to and from, you can kind of see the remnants of footprints, kind of coming from the outside to go in, and then the opposite way as well.
Okay. This is very strange.
And then in the back of the room, kind of all alone, is, like I said, just this insanely large, very sturdy looking black iron door.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
What about that large key we have? Yes?
I recognize that.
And I'll pull out the key. And does it match like the metal?
The material looks the same, and it's like relative size and everything appears that this would be the kind of door. You don't see like a big door getting opened by like a little master key lock. So at some point, you kind of look at a key and you look at a door and you go, yeah, that looks like it makes sense.
Yeah.
This looks like the right tool for the job.
So I'll take the key out and I'll show everybody else. This might be where this comes from.
Sure, it looks that way. Let's try it out.
Okay. You put the key in, it turns, just like the lock on the chest. You hear a series of clickings even after the key turns. Click, 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 kind of all around through the door, as if this was an immensely complex lock. After almost 2 minutes, the clicking and everything ceases, and you hear just this loud, like grinding metal sound as the sound's complete and the door just kind of spins open. And as you do, this kind of rush of very warm air hits you, kind of an acrid ammonia smell.
Oof.
And everybody give me a perception check real quick.
Okay, quick update. We've all the players got an advantage earlier from Vivacia, and now we just all got one from Hey Wilson, and the DM has been given 2 advantages today as well. So thank you for those.
Thanks, and not thanks for that one.
I was like, man, that could not have been more perfectly timed.
Perception. That's a 25 for the elf.
Woo!
15 for me.
Okay.
I see you, and I smell you, and I feel your air.
I got a 17.
Okay. Everybody is going to hear what you believe to be like screaming, like genuine cries of pain. And Selma is going to feel like she hears like something repeated in like a rhythmic cadence, just over and over and over and over again.
Like chanting?
Just from like your perspective, it would just sound like the same phrase just repeated over and over and over again. Like that's the rhythm. Yeah, that's the rhythm. You're not really sure what it is, but it sounds like something in kind of a rhythmic.
She will. I'll draw my sword. Swords plural, and head in. I assume we opened a door to a room, or is it a hallway?
There's a very steep stone stairwell that descends into the ground.
Do you hear the screaming? It sounds like a chanting or a mantra of some kind. Something awful is happening down here. We should go.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. No, nowhere do we go. It's nice. We should go to a nice place one time. As I cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
I thought the steaming springs sounded quite nice. But alas, here we are.
All right. It is actually 2:30, and before the party descends into what I'm sure is going to be a lovely encounter, and in no way in needing of the advantages they got from our good friends Vivacia
like
and Hay Wilson.
Tupperware party.
Yeah, you guys stumbled into the greatest Amway show ever. That's why they locked everybody out. We'll take a quick 5-minute break. We will be right back, and yeah, we'll see what they're selling.
Sweet. See you all in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Call your
Stick
friends. Things are going to happen.
Cool. All right, you guys, we are back. Just as the party kind of encountered a very secure door in an odd building in what is supposed to be a resort town of the rich and powerful just outside of Greyhawk, about a day away. And as a result, they have come across this very kind of dank and the same as the building and everything else thus far, what appears to be a very secure kind of space. It should be coming up here in the chat for everybody watching and for the players as well. And ta-dow. So you're going to come down the stairs into this large kind of, I guess, I don't know, kind of a vestibule of whatever this complex is. Everything appears to be black stone. The ceiling's about 15 feet high. The room is longer than it is wide. To your left, there will be a door that appears to have been smashed. Splinters of wood kind of litter the floor. You can see the hinges clearly damaged from something. In front of you at the far end, also a door that has been smashed. This one, like completely, not like it was hacked through and somebody broke it into a couple of pieces. This one literally looks like it was exploded, and it goes from the room you're in to the room ahead of you. And then to your right on the south wall will be a very secure door that is still intact. And there's a slight kind of like shuffling, like you would hear, you know, something kind of scraping against the stone.
Selma will have her, I think she'll probably put the swords away and draw her longbow.
Okay.
Now that she sees there is room, you know, there's a wide hallway and so forth. Yeah.
Okay.
We should go down here and see what is happening.
All right. And then as you kind of proceed in a little further, also on the north wall with the smashed door and the kind of shuffling, there is a smaller door on the same wall. This one also appearing very secure, the same as the other door that is still intact in this room.
Are they the same doors as what we entered to come in here, or no?
Yes, but it's kind of scaled down.
Okay.
They appear to be made of the same material. They may not be as thick, but they are all kind of solid, like steel doors.
Okay. I will have kept that key, or whoever had the key. Make sure you keep that key so that we can.
Yeah, I'll put the key, like I'll keep it where I had it.
Okay. And so, yeah, we have a choice. There's a couple of doors and a couple of smashed doors.
I would imagine we go to the one on the left first, since like coming down the stairs, would be like the.
That's what's open.
Yeah.
Okay. The door appears to be about 10 feet wide. Shout out to the Mad Cartographer from Reddit for this battle map. Does a lot of great work. The subreddit battle maps, they are all over, and all of their stuff is great. I didn't want to use their stuff without giving them a shout out, so check them out on Reddit. So the door appears to be 5 foot wide. Like I said, the door is definitely has been smashed, most likely from the inside of the room into the room you are in now.
So it's been smashed outwards.
Outwardly, inwardly, as far as you go.
Toward us.
Yeah.
Into the main hallway.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think we'd probably.
Yeah, I guess let's.
Storm Chaser would probably be in the lead, don't you think?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to stomp on you there, Beck.
No. So Storm Chase is going to kind of
move up to the corner too with him.
okay, kind of peer in. This room has 2 torches on the far wall in the corners, lighting it. It appears to be some sort of storeroom. The same kind of crates and kind of random stuff seems to occupy the floor. Also, very dusty, except for like a couple of spots on top of like the boxes, not along the sides, just the tops of the crates. The dust appears to have been kind of pushed aside, and almost like a kind of glistening remains where the dust has been moved.
Is it like a? I guess we'd have to move in for further inspection. Do you all want to move into the room, or?
Yes, I think we should check this out, but we should be quick. I heard the screaming, and I assume it's coming from ahead where the door is kicked down. But okay. I don't want to not look here just to make sure nothing comes in behind us.
Storm Chase is going to make his way into the room, and as he does, I'll roll a perception check for him just to see. All right, he's going to do pretty well. So he's going to roll an 18 for perception. Notice the kind of glistening on the tops of all the crates. Kind of follow it as he sees, it goes from one tier of crates to another to the top crate. And by the time he gets to the top crate, he's going to look up at the ceiling and he's going to see these 3 kind of green humanoid looking figures. All their bones and the way their heads and everything is going to be oriented is going to just kind of defy typical bipedal nature. Its back's going to be bent at an obscure angle, arms kind of behind it, and it's going to drop from the ceiling, land in like a squish, like you dropped a water balloon, and it's going to kind of just flop as if it has no bones at all. And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative, please.
This is fun. How big are these squares in these rooms, Manny?
Hold on. That I can give you.
I'm guessing they're more like tiles than depicting distance.
I think they're both, because this would have the beds being 10 feet wide. So yeah, they're going to be more tiles because the beds are 2 tiles wide. I was like, there's no
gotcha.
way.
Yeah. So
there's no way that bed's 10 feet by 20 feet.
Yeah. So those are probably like 10 inch by 10 inch tiles or 1 foot by 1 foot tiles or something.
Yeah. A little smaller than, you would expect.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so they're going to kind of drop down. We'll say that 20 feet. Yeah, let's say it's probably 20 by 40 feet, the interior of the room.
Very good.
Okay, make sure I write that down. And these things drop down on all of the crates and they kind of just reorient themselves. So they are kind of arranged in a much more traditional head, shoulders, knees, toes kind of way. And just a spoiler alert, the monsters are probably going to be going last.
Do they beat a 4?
Just below that. But
okay. Oh no!
Right.
I have an 18.
Okay, Beck.
9 for me.
Okay. So let me pull up the old Storm Chaser here.
This is where having no modifier really comes up biting in the ass, because there's no cushion. It's just 4.
If you want to see what these monsters look like, players, Beck and Lapis, it's currently projected on stream there.
I shall go and be creeped out.
That's a fair assumption, yeah.
It's like an ooze T1000.
It's nasty.
That's what I'm imagining.
It's nasty.
Oh no, it's worse.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
The aberrations and monsters section is a lot of fun out of the DMG. I'm just saying. All right, so Selmay will be first to act. We'll say Storm Chaser kind of moved into the room and kind of cleared as he did his little look.
Okay.
So Selmay first to act.
I'm thinking Selmay's kind of in the middle of the hall where the numeral 1 is, being a ranged weapon wielder. I think she would have stayed back, and she's going to, if she has line of sight on any of them, she will fire an arrow.
One of them will have landed basically on the crate where the number 2 is on the map.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and fire an arrow shot at that thing right there, using my brand new Jasper's Game Day die. And that is a total of 10.
Your arrow is going to sail wide as it uses its kind of boneless form to literally just kind of carve out like a spot where your arrow would have hit.
Sure. Very good. That'll be her action.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to say Storm Chaser, being the barbarian, is just going to roll in and smack one of the ones closest to him with an 11. Same thing with the kind of amorphous bones and shape. It is going to avoid Storm Chaser's big axe chop, and Beck will be next to act.
I'm going to attempt to move in with my quarterstaff and hit it.
All right.
It's within 40 feet of me, correct?
Yes. Do you want the one Selmay shot at, the one Storm Chaser tried to slash, or one of them that's going to be in the room and to the right?
I guess since the other two have been engaged, I'll take the last one, the third one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll move in with my staff.
Okay.
Woof. That is +5. 13.
Just with its still rubber, lifeless, jelly-like form, it too is going to just kind of move out of the way. It might even just open up a hole where you jabbed at it.
Then since I missed with the staff, it kind of like dodged out of the way. I'll kind of quickly retract the staff and move in with the elbow for the unarmed strike.
Okay.
Let's see how this one does. Oh, a little better. So that is a 18 to hit.
That will get it done. It's so impressed by its maneuver, it didn't see you coming in with the elbow to the nose. It's got shitty depth perception.
So that is
farsighted.
And with this, I'm going to use a new skill that y'all haven't seen me before. So let's first roll the damage. Ooh, oh hell yeah, nice. So that's 7 points of physical damage with connecting with the elbow, and connecting. You'll see me kind of like as I move in with the elbow. I kind of like I'm going for one spot, and then you see me move for another spot, and I connect with it, and I'm going to use a hand of harm and spend a key point. And that is another 7 points of necrotic damage.
Woo.
Nice.
Yeah. So between is it the same like strike that you added extra oomph to, or is it elbow and then something else?
So basically, when I connected with the elbow, when I moved down, I was actually connecting with like a more lethal part on this creature's amorphic body. So
Okay.
like kind of like being in battle with it, noticing my companions' moves and how they like move for their attack. I went in for one attack, and as it moved, I connected with a more lethal blow. So the elbow hit like as I see it, like I connected with the elbow, and the necrotic damage is me doing like internal damage to it.
Okay. It is actually not a more fatal blow. It is a pure fatal blow. The two things, the necrotic damage, especially, it goes from this kind of glistening, moist. Sorry, sorry. Um, kind of,
Wrong hole.
kind of covering, and it's going to kind of wither up and dry and drop dead, leaving two of these things left. Lapis, go.
Lapis is going to mumble, my results better than this one, and probably stay back where Selma was by the entrance, stick my head in and see the one that's standing on top of the crates that
Okay.
Selma shot at, and shoot at that one with an Eldritch Blast for 24 to hit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And dodge this. 10 points of damage.
Nice. So you're going to hit it with what, your inky disc?
Yeah, I'm going to collect ink in my hand, shape it into a disc, and fling it at the creature.
I love Tron, by the way. So you're going to Tron this thing in there like it's the MCP. And
Ultimate Frisbee, baby!
And it's going to hit, its body's going to bend like the rubber that it appears to be, but it's going to kind of stick and kind of keep the chest caved in, as it were. And it's going to drop to like one knee. Just drop to a knee, or it's just kind of slide its weight. We'll go with the second one.
Yeah, it's the creepiest one.
Yeah, whatever. Suddenly, it's just lopsided. All right. The two, it is now the monster's turn. The first one's going to take it's going to swipe. It's actually going to take 2 tentacle swipes at Storm Chaser. I don't think either one of those is going to get it done. Oh, nope. One of them does. It's going to hit for a 17. 4 plus 3. He's going to take 7 damage. Oh, I can't. All right. I can't change it, but I got it. Okay. He's going to take 7 damage and now be grappled until his turn. The second one's going to hop off the box that everybody's been shooting at with his caved-in chest and make a move for Beck, and also make 2 tentacle attacks. The best one's a 15. No.
No, that one will not
Okay.
hit.
All right. It's going to take 2 big swipes, but it's probably still worried about its inky chest being caved in, and it's going to miss. And we will be back up to Selme.
Okay. So standing in the hallway, I will kind of snarl. And does anybody here speak Elvish? Because you will hear me kind of under my breath. Egla Cortumo. In anger. Anyone speak Elvish?
So I speak Elvish and I hear that, yes.
Yeah, Forsaken Enemy as I cast with my bonus action Hunter's Mark. And I'm going to mark whichever of those I can see in my sight line. Probably the one that's latched on to Storm Chaser, if possible.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to fire my arrow. And this time I'm going to burn one of my 7 advantages. Because I'd really like to hit.
I want to do stuff.
Okay, that would be a 16 on the die. That's a 22.
Yep. Gets it done.
All right, so that's D8 plus the Hunter's Mark, which I think is 6. So D8 plus 4, that's 12. 15 damage piercing.
With your hunter's mark and your kind of, I don't want to say renewed commitment, like you were half-assing it before this, you take a very lethal shot between the hunter's mark and your accuracy and probably your frustration, and you fatally strike this thing. The arrow is going to pass like clear through. No real exit wound or entrance, like exit wound, just straight through. It appears to be the same kind of weird green material, even on the inside.
Oof.
And it's just going to kind of slump and fall to the floor, dead itself. Very nice.
Good. That should ungrapple Storm Chaser. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, he will now be free. And is that it?
I think the only thing I would do is if I need to move in the hallway, like to the right or to the left, to get sight of the other one, I would do that and ready for myself for my next turn.
From where you are, you would probably need to make a move to the left. And even then, I'm going to go with probably not being able to see it.
Fair.
From where you are outside of the room.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. All right. Storm Chaser now free, not having to make his own strength check, which I'm sure he would have been fine. Is going to walk over and take a big swing at the only one that remains for a 17 to hit, which absolutely will. Where'd he go? And 1d12 plus 3. Good Lord.
Nice.
Yeah. I was like, man, barbarians are awesome. Great axe. Oh man, sorry, buddy. Oh no. With his big swing and being upset that he was just grappled by one of these freaks, he's going to walk up to the only one that remains and take a big axe swing. And same thing as Selmay's arrow, essentially like split it in half. And no organs, no nothing on the inside, just the same material in and out. It's just going to kind of fall and just essentially fall split in two. As the kind of shuffling of the monsters and everything settles, once again, everybody's going to hear like an absolutely like agonizing scream. And
is it coming from further down the hall, the big curving
it's going to
hallway?
be coming, it's going to be coming like as you came down the stairs, it's just going to come from deeper into the complex.
Okay.
And then Selmay, roll me a perception check again.
Sure. And I'm going to collect. How do you do spent ammunition as far as arrows?
We just assume half.
Okay. Very good. So I will collect. I fired 2. I'll collect 1. My perception is a 21.
Okay. Now that you're closer and actually down, you hear the same kind of rhythmic cadence of a voice repeated just ad nauseum, almost like just as fast as can be. You're positive that you hear it this time, and it seems to be coming from a closer distance than the agonizing screams.
I think we should make haste down this hallway. I'm hearing this strange chanting, and it does not sound like a good thing.
Chanting? No, we should probably go there first.
It's probably
Chanting's never good.
Probably something to do with screaming, of course.
Yeah, these evil cucumbers are not normal, so we should probably go stop whatever's happening.
Cucumber slinkies.
Yeah. So if everybody kind of piles back out into the first chamber of the complex, you have, as you step out of the storage room, there will be a door right in front of you, quite secure. There will be a door to your left, smaller, but also made of the same material as the steel door you just came down, the door across the hallway. And then to your left, kind of moving northeasterly, would be another smashed door. This one kind of a double door. And this one's also blown, like it would be you guys blew it out into the next room.
Yeah. Let's go down the hallway and see if we can see what is happening down here.
Okay.
Yeah, following the scream seems like a good idea.
Okay. As you make your way into the next room, you see just the obliterated shards of what was probably the door. It is cast into small little slivers. Whatever blew this thing apart blew so with extreme prejudice. Halfway into the room, there are 4 torches, 2 in the closest corner to you, 2 in the farthest corner as the room kind of turns a little bit to the right. And in the center of the room, there is a huge pile of debris. And from your perspective, there seem to be a large lot of like spikes and things sticking out to impale things coming from your direction.
I will maintain concentration on my hunter's mark.
Okay.
It stays up for an hour as long as I'm able to maintain concentration. I have a feeling I'm going to need it.
As you kind of make your way into the room, the pile of debris is it's higher than anybody can see over. Storm Chaser can kind of get a little bit of a look, but the kind of odd jagged pokes of everything seem to also be to deliberately obscure vision of anything that may be on the other side. Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Storm Chaser, can you lift me?
Yeah. All right. So he can pick you up. And as you kind of clear and you can get a little closer before things start to poke at you, you can see these kind of huddles of different kind of green creatures that appear to be feasting on something. Everybody else is going to hear basically the sound of like sloppy eating, bones crunching, and the visual of what's his name from Lord of the Rings eating the tomato, like just gross.
Oh, I thought you were going with Gollum. I was like, oh, okay.
No,
Denethor?
not the fish.
Fuck that guy. Oh,
Yeah,
he's the worst.
but yeah, Denethor eating the tomato at the end. Like,
Oh.
yeah, dog, that makes me sick. I'm a grown man, and I'm like, oh god. It's gross.
Are these the same creatures as before, or is this number 2?
These, I'm guessing, would be yes, number 2. And so they're going to appear like a little smaller. They're green, and as Lapis kind of looks over it. No, hold on. I'm sorry. No, hold on. Monster 4. My bad. I'm sorry.
There we go.
We'll get to you. There we go. I was like, we'll get to you. We'll get to you in a minute. And as it kind of turns and meets like Lapis's kind of inquisitive look, you're going to see these things with just one gigantic eye, like kind of spikes going down its spine. It's going to operate on like 2 kind of crouched feet. They're going to be a little small, probably about 4 feet tall. And they are just going to town on this body of something. There's blood everywhere. They're just crunch.
I'm gonna look down and say, Storm Chaser, if you can keep me up for a minute, I think I can get the monsters to come this way. They're the worst. This place sucks. And if I can get a clear view, I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast from my Storm Chaser perch and see if I can aggro them to come to us instead of us having to climb through all of this.
Okay. They're going to lack the kind of intelligence to be aware of, the kind of thing. And so they just stand there expectantly, like waiting for you to come to them and make no move of their own onto like the pile.
So I could probably just stay here and just sniper them until they're dead, and then we climb. I mean, they're not gonna get angry at me.
I mean, you can try.
Let's try PPOing.
Okay. All right. So yeah, take a shot at one of them.
Spoken like a true DM. You can try.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, dog. There's that thing. It's like, what is it? Um, I want to see the how. I'm intrigued that you may.
First one is low. It's an 11 to hit.
No, so it's gonna kind of just while keeping its large eye fixed on you. It's just gonna casually sidestep.
Okay. I'll look down. You can climb if you want to, but I'm gonna try and see if I can anger them to climb over to us. I'm gonna try. Unless someone stops me, I'll try shooting again.
Okay. As
Oh.
okay.
Sure, one.
After your second shot, as its fixed gaze upon you, you don't know if it's the smell of the complex, the day that you've had. You start to feel a little queasy, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh man, this resort.
That's never
worst. Con save. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, flat number. Perfect. Oh, now fucking natural 20.
Oh, damn it. Okay. So you start to get this overwhelming sense of like queasiness as this thing's just staring at you. And through a kind of staring contest back, like a dog, it broke its gaze. And the other one begins to stare at you in the same way. So I'm going to need you to make another one.
Oh, cool. This is backfiring already. I love it. Con save. Don't fail me now. Oh my god, another natural 20.
Okay.
Wow.
So completely resistant to this.
The fuck is this?
These yeah, dog. You better hope that that's not the only thing you're going to get today. You're in the second room. I'm just saying. So they're going to be kind of fixated. For the most part, they took their shot. You took yours. And they're just going to kind of stand back there and for the most part go back to eating, but facing you as you do so.
Okay, I'll tap some chairs to put me down. Okay, this is not working out. Also, they stare at you and they kind of make you sick more like internally in your soul.
What?
Also.
What are they?
They're
quite
creepy.
terrible.
They're creepy, wimpy guy, super monstrous, very, very strange. And I think we're gonna have to climb up because I tried to anger them, but I kind of off today. I couldn't hit them for like not even once. I'm sorry about that.
I could climb up and see if I can hit one with my bow and arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that. I'll climb up atop the. Is it basically like moving through difficult terrain, or is it more dangerous than that? Or
it's difficult terrain with the occasional like intentional like kind of barb. Like,
gotcha.
Like you would put anything against like a cavalry charge, or just if you were desperate, you were barricading
set
yourself.
some pikes, sort of thing. Yeah. So I'll carefully climb up there and see if I can't mark one, since my last mark is down, and fire an arrow.
All right, on your way up, let me get an acrobatics check. I feel like was probably the better thing to be.
Yeah.
More of a nimble. Okay.
That is a 16.
Okay. Being nimble and kind of, slight like an elf, you're going to kind of be able to make your way through the, kind of spikes and javelins. And it's going to make you realize that whatever this was designed for was probably much bigger than you are. You actually make it through quite easily for your size.
Okay.
And as you make it to the top, the two things sit there and kind of continuously eat.
Okay.
Now drawn to your location.
I will mark one with my hunter's mark.
Okay.
And I will see if I can't hit it with my arrow.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
It does not. Despite being fixated and kind of crunched over, it manages to just kind of slide to the side, keep eating, and maintaining its gaze on you.
Awesome. If it's not going to do anything, I will try to plink it again.
Okay.
That's a 24.
Yeah, that's going to get it done.
All right. That's 10 plus D6, 16.
Woo. Very nice. Okay. You're going to pluck it with an arrow. It's going to have like an odd, like kind of rotten fruit squish to it as the arrow pierces the flesh. No blood, no nothing. And as it does, it is going to charge effortlessly up the backside of the barricade, make its way very effortlessly through anything from their side. And I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
They're coming. They're coming.
Unless you guys just want to keep the same initiative order as last time, just to cut this down. It's up to you.
No, I mean, I'd like to roll a little better.
I don't want to go.
Becca's
last.
like,
Right.
Becca's like, no.
Yeah, I'm a monk, dude. I don't go third. That's fine. I pre-rolled initiative. I pre-rolled initiative for all the monsters anyway. So, okay. 25 to 20. Anybody?
22.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm rolling initiative well today.
Okay. All right. 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
11.
Ooh, okay.
13.
Okay.
No, 12.
Oh, man,
sorry.
If you had ended up third again, that would have been hilarious.
And,
yeah, right. I don't want to go last. Too bad.
We don't always get what we want. Storm Chaser rolled pretty well. All right. So as they both kind of follow like each other, they run like gorillas with all four like limbs and just effortlessly climb and bomb and weave through all this debris. And one of them is going to pass by Selma on its way over into the chamber. Selma's going to go first. So whatever you want to do, there's an opportunity attack in there with it.
Okay. Well, I've got my longbow out. Is it simple? How do you do like switching weapons? Because I've got a pair of short swords. I guess what I would probably do is just drop the longbow and pull the swords.
Like I said, at level 3, I imagine, you're pretty competent to be able to, just do that. Like you watch the John Wick things and the way that they can teach Keanu Reeves, an actor, to do it. I imagine, like I said, I would call it like a free action.
And I do have 2-weapon fighting, so.
Yeah.
Is the marked one coming past me, or is that one in the rear? Like the one I hit?
Yeah, the one that you hit.
Okay, so I will make my opportunity attack.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. This is not an attack action, it's a reaction. So 2-weapon fighting would not come into play, correct? It would just be one sword?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. It just, as it runs by, you're just going to desperately kind of slash at it.
Okay, that's a 21.
To hit, yes.
All right, that's D6. That's 4 and 4 is 8, plus another D6 for Hunter's Mark. That's 6, so 14 on that one.
Same kind of odd squish and rotten fruit sound as you slash at it as it runs by. And that was what? That was just your opportunity attack, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. The other one is going to stop just short of clearing the barricade, just at like kind of the apex. So it's going to stop 5 feet or in melee for you. The other one's going to go by, and it is your turn still.
Okay.
At the top of the initiative.
I'm going to make one sword attack. So you just saw her quickly drop her bow and kind of reach across her body to pull her swords out of her hips. Just beautiful elven short swords, and make a slice, and now she's going to do full 2-handed weapon. Two weapon fighting, I should say, excuse me. All right, so that is I'm guessing a 9 misses.
It does.
But I'm hoping a dirty 20 hits.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so since I declared them in the order, I'm supposed to pick one as a bonus attack. So I'm going to flip a D2 to determine which one was the bonus attack, because it matters, because I don't get my ability modifier on the bonus attack because it's 2-handed style. So the miss is 1 and the hit is 2 on my D2.
Okay.
That's a 2. So the 2 is the bonus attack, so all I get is the die damage, which is 4, plus the D6 from Hunter's Mark is 4 more, so 8 total slashing.
Okay.
I've never used a D2 before until I purchased one from my friends at Kraken Dice.
Nice. I see them a lot. I want the diamond shaped D4, not the pyramid one.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the one
yeah.
That, the one that legitimately rolls on an
Rolls.
axis.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look cool.
Those are cool.
All right, so Selmay doing some big damage to this thing.
And that thing is still up?
Just barely.
Okay. Very good.
It's going to kind of take an odd tumble. What was once graceful, it's all slashed. It's going to kind of fall to the ground. It is going to, despite falling, turn around, gaze deep into your eyes, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ew. But I don't like the sound of that. There we go. That is a 9 plus con is 2 is 11.
Ooh. You are going to take, as it gazes deep into your soul, you're going to get really queasy, really lightheaded, like a dryness in your throat.
Ooh.
And you are going to take 6, 8. You're going to take 8 necrotic damage.
Ouch. Okay.
All right.
So that's not charmed then, huh?
No.
Darn it.
Just, yeah. Yeah, no, it's just a one-time thing. It
Cool.
just makes you sick. That's no lasting effects. The other one is going to make its way down the kind of pile, and it's going to make 2 attacks with its kind of nasty claws at Storm Chaser. And neither one are going to make it. It's going to take 2 angry slashes. Storm Chaser will be next to go. He is going to take a big slash at the thing that just tried to scratch him up. That is absolutely going to get it done with a 22. And he is going, let's do 9, 13. All right. I'm going to slash at it. Like I said, an odd squish and kind of a tick. The wound just kind of opens like you cut like into a sponge. Just seems totally just separated from itself.
Nasty.
Yeah, that's going to be it for Storm Chaser. And we will move on to Beck.
Hit it with a hammer.
Did you try turning it off, turning it back on?
Yeah. Reboot.
Nope. Yes. No.
Hello?
There you
There
are.
you go. There you go.
All right. So I'm going to attempt to swing at him with my staff.
Okay. The one that Selmay's been whacking on, or the other one?
The one that Selma has been wagging on.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
All right. It's 8 points of damage for that, and then I'm going to move in for the unarmored attack as well.
Okay.
That one will probably miss with a 12.
Yeah, it doesn't get it done.
All right.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay. Beck's gonna, punch the hell out of this thing like he's wont to do. It is like just embarrassingly on its last leg, and we will move to Lapis.
They're gonna get ultimate free speed right in the eyeball.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see. Oh no, they're not going to. It's an 11 to hit.
No, it's not gonna get it done.
Here's to ink in your eye.
I'm going to find a place to get some cover, which is probably behind that broken door table.
Okay.
And just trying to work on my wrist technique so I can give it a spin or just stop being so fancy and just hit the damn thing. And that's my turn.
Okay. That's going to be it for Lapis. And back up to Selmay.
Okay. She will come back down the debris pile. I'm hoping I can get close to this thing. I'm not sure how far down it went from where I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of atop it.
Yeah, no, it's just going to be down at the bottom of the pile.
Okay.
Well within your movement, if that's
all right.
what
You want another acrobatics?
No, as the pikes are facing like the direction you're now heading,
Gotcha.
It's easier to navigate, not get poked.
Cool. All right, so I will come down and attempt to use a bonus action and an action to with my 2-weapon fighting, and I will move my mark to the surviving one.
Okay.
So first one will be my bonus attack. That is a 10 to hit. I'm guessing that's a miss. Excuse me, 12 to hit.
Yes, that does not make it.
And then a 19 on the second one.
That does.
This does get the, what do you call it? Bonus. So that's 9 plus Hunter's Mark is 10.
Okay.
Does it go down?
Is this still the first one that you've been wailing on?
Oh yeah, if that one's still up for sure.
Yeah, like I said, it is on like literally its
Okay.
last leg.
Yeah.
So if you can like split your attacks up, one for I'm not gonna let you waste both attacks on this thing when one will clearly do it.
Okay, well the one I missed, so I would have been working on the one that I've been working on. I think she
Okay.
would have stuck with that. The other attack
Okay.
missed anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, 10 slashing from me and my Hunter's Mark.
Just like you would tear a sponge, this thing just gets cleaved like perfectly in two, and as it kind of slides apart, no internal organs, no kind of bone structure, just the same kind of appearance of flesh as the outside. Its bright green eye goes like a dull gray, and it just kind of collapses to the floor dead.
Great. And I did not see any more beyond in that chamber. It was just these two.
Just those two.
Okay. Yeah, I will stay down on the floor then with the party.
All right. It is now the monster's turn. Having seen what it has, what you have done to it, it is going to glance you in the eye, and I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Ooh, not any better. That's a 10.
Ooh. Yeah. Making you do all the work for
Making me do the puking.
Ooh. Oh no. Well, no. Well, I mean, perspective. You're gonna take 16 necrotic damage.
Ooh, that's oh no.
From its rotting gaze is the ability.
Yeah, I think you would see her just hurl over, just double over, wincing in a great deal of pain.
You thought you were pallid before.
Yeah, I'm super pallid elf now.
Like Queen Elizabeth. I watched the thing on her yesterday. That's why. Died of lead poisoning and mercury poisoning from her makeup.
Oh, yep.
All right. That's going to be the monsters, or the monster singular. Storm Chaser, not happy to see his kind of little adoptive sister take a really nasty thing from this one-eyed bastard Mike Wazowski. He's going to take a big swing at it with a he is going to hit, and I love rolling d12s.
Oh, isn't it fun? Big old chonkers.
Storm King's Thunder, man. You get them all day. It's going to do 13 big slashing damage as he comes crashing down on this thing. It's not looking too good. Its eyes got a little flicker to it, not quite as intense as it once was. And we will move on to Beck.
So, having seen our elf just keel over and just utter sickness.
Ravaged.
You'll see me reach into my pack and grab like a handful of herbs, and I'll move over, and as an action I will use Hand of Healing.
New class abilities.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Nice. Third level, baby.
And you are going to take 8 points of healing.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. Don't look at. Do not look it in the eye.
As I give you some herbs and say, chew this to help with with your queasiness.
Yes, thank you. Do not look it in the eye. Oh, goodness. That is helpful. Thank you.
Is that what else you got?
I can move in for if it's within range still. I don't know how close Selma was to me.
You can do both in, what do you got, 40 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, you could move to Selma and then to the monster with your 40
Okay,
feet.
then as a bonus action, I'll use an unarmed attack.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. 20, a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll get it done.
All right. 6 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna bust it basically in. Does it have a nose? I guess it does. It's got something between its mouth and its eye. You're gonna bust it. It's just gonna still try to, shake it free, and that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Lapis. You still have the one monster. It's not doing well. It's had better days. It could use the resort right about now.
Is this one the one that's engaged with Storm Chaser, not the one that's in melee with Selma?
No, there's only one now.
Mine's down.
Yeah, his is dead.
Then this one's gonna get an Eldritch Blast in the eyeball. Okay. Hopefully.
Yes, please.
No, it will not. 14. That's a 14 hit.
No, but if it makes you feel any better, it almost does.
We've got a couple of +2s available if
you were to use a +2, you would absolutely hit it.
Feel free.
It sounds like it sounded like a 14, but it actually said 16 is the internet connection.
There you go.
Yeah. It's
16.
Time change.
Does 16 hit? Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes, it does. Wow.
What a fucking magical day. 8 points of damage.
14 in D&D Beyond is actually a 16 in Chile.
Yeah.
The conversion rate, the dollar to the peso is like crazy conversion right now.
Yeah, I was like, rates are way up. Tell me what your Eldritch Blast does to this thing right before its green eye goes dark.
Straight into the eyeball in a disc, then it encompasses the entire eyeball, turning it black, and then it all shrivels. The whole body shrivels, and a sphere of black stays up in the air, and then it starts to drip and melt and fall down.
All right, I don't want to hear anybody complaining about me being creepy today. All right, just saying. All right, so the two monsters now felled. Once again, quiet returns to the dungeon, except for just an absolutely brutal, agonizing scream coming from basically the room, like the next room over. It doesn't have a door. When Lapis was up on Storm Chaser's arms, and when Selma was kind of atop the pile of debris, this door just appears to be more of an entryway than like a door at any point. There's no wood scattered about, no hinges, no nothing. It's just a kind of opening into a large room.
I think Selma would probably try her best to scramble back up that pile, telling the party, it must be coming from down here. We need to make haste.
Okay.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
Acrobatics. That is a 16. I think that was the same as last time.
Totally good. Made it through. Everybody else to kind of climb if you want to keep going. Also on the other side the side of the debris, everybody except Selma is on. There is a door, another sealed door that moves to the south as well. If anybody cares.
I will try and climb
Okay.
I'll take
But
the doorway.
Okay. The door's locked. Sorry. I just didn't want it to say that like it wasn't in there. The door's locked.
All right. Well, I guess I'm climbing.
Okay.
I didn't want you to feel like there wasn't an option.
Yeah.
But there wasn't an option.
There wasn't an
I'm
option.
not railroading you, but you have to do this thing.
Lapis will use Mage Hand to put it in front of whatever spike he cannot fully avoid
Okay.
as like a bumper and see if he can help him make it without freaking himself.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you advantage on your roll then, because that's kind of cool.
Okay. Athletics? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Oh, they're both 0. Perfect.
That's easy.
Same.
6.
That's with
Just as
With advantage.
Just as Selma goes to say, "Be careful! There's sharp pikes and sticks in the rubble."
With advantage, it's a 3, so 6.
Oh man!
Jeez, you're like Olaf on the icicle. Like I've been impaled. You're gonna kind of like just, I guess you're unsteady on your feet because you're an old man and occasionally just kind of like accidentally poke yourself. You're gonna take 4 points of piercing damage, like just awkwardly making your way up this barb of spikes and things.
As I stumble and I go to fall on one, 4 of my spheres that are floating around me from Armor of Agathis are going to congeal in front of this spike and use 4 temporary hit points and save myself.
All right. Storm Chaser is going to have the hardest time with a roll at disadvantage. Just awkwardly sized. Whatever it was designed for was something along probably his dimensions more than anything. And so he's going to take 3 points of piercing damage. And Beck, what'd you get?
Wonder what they're trying to keep out. It's so weird.
Wow.
So big.
I'm rolling like shit tonight. You said acrobatics.
Yes.
That's a 9.
All right. You two are, for whatever reason, the nimble monk. I'll probably pretend you slipped once, and so kind of a nastier thing than rather than bumbled against everything. You're going to take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As everybody now makes it over to the other side, you can peer through the opening in the wall. In the center, it appears to be this round, like circular platform raised up by about, I think it's 4 steps. And it's going to be cascaded in light from somewhere like above, not like bright sunlight, but just natural light from outside. And in this kind of spot of natural light, you're going to see the back of a humanoid figure in the black chainmail armor, and just kind of doubled over on their knees, just screaming in just absolute agony.
Is there anything else in there?
It's just it. There's there's like another opening in the wall, a door in the southwest corner, and an opening in the north part of the wall.
I think Selma, given her propensity for helping others and just being generally nice, is probably going to dash in there and go up to the individual after hearing all this screaming for the last several rounds, and then seeing them there, will probably go up to try to help them. Put her hand on their back and lean in. Are you okay? What is it?
As you put your hand on his back, he's going to kind of swat it away. No, get away! I can't control it any longer. And he's going to stand up. Eyes just get immensely huge, fill in black. And as he does so, his body's just going to kind of like shed. The armor's just going to split completely in half, everything he's wearing. And these large tentacles are going to kind of come out of its chest and like just give this horrific scream in Selmay's face. And once again, I'm gonna need everybody to roll for initiative.
So this is not a good resort. 1 star. Bad place. Don't come here.
So this is the one I put up earlier.
Yes.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hideous. Okay, initiative. Okay. Everything is fine.
Reroll Storm Chaser. Ooh, Storm Chaser, not that good. All right, 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
Selma has an 18.
Okay.
Are the rest of you gonna play or?
I don't
think
touch
so.
this thing. This thing looks gross.
Oh, that's the worst. Shit.
15 to 10.
11.
Okay. Lapis, did you beat a 6 or not?
Nope.
Nope.
I got a 1.
Heard. Okay. All right.
I'll
So
see you in like 2 turns.
this thing that was very clearly humanoid or human, in fact, and looked Selmay in the eye before his eyes turned black, and it just kind of shed the human form into this just utter monstrosity, not in the D&D terms, but just in the literal terms. It's gross. And it's going to just give this horrendous scream in Selmay's face. Its eyes all black, tentacles coming out from like its shoulders and its head. And Selmay is going to be first to act with it like literally right in front of you.
Okay, so I have to spend a bonus action to mark this. So I will only get 1 attack action versus the 2 weapon fighting style. So I'll make a short sword slash. And I think I'm going to spend advantage because I think I really want to hit this thing. And I have 6 advantages left. And I'm also going to employ... I have a feature called Favored Foe. Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to do that because it's concentration. Never mind. Okay, so I'm going to make my attack roll with advantage.
Okay.
So you just see her kind of scream back, and take a swing with one of her swords, almost like a reaction. Oh, thank goodness. 17 plus 6 is 23.
Yes.
Hope that's enough. That's a 1 on the die, so 5 slashing, and then the Hunter's Mark, 4 more, so 9 slashing as she just kind of flails at this thing. Freaking out, like really freaking out.
All right. It's, despite being hit, and you see like a blackish substance kind of emit from the body, it makes no grimace of pain, no reaction. Its scream is just like a guttural primal scream.
Totally not disturbing.
All right. Storm Chaser will be next to act. He's going to move in and take a whack at this thing. And I'm guessing that's not going to get it done.
Oh boy.
No, Storm Chaser is going to kind of swing and miss, as this thing is going to scream at it, or at Storm Chaser. Beck, your turn.
I'm gonna attack the one that is screaming at Selmay.
Yeah, I would say there's just one.
Yeah, all right. Well, then that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. 13?
No. It's going to swat away your
move in
attack
for
with
the
its
unarmed
tentacle.
attack
Okay.
with the staff, and I'm gonna move in with the unarmed. Oh shit! Hold on. Drop that. 14?
No. That too is going to kind of miss. It's going to slap that away with one of its tentacles as well. It is the monster's turn, and it is going to be like a monk because it's going to have a lot of attacks. It is going to take a tentacle, and it is going to attack. Hold on. All right. It's going to attack Selmay first.
Yep.
With a 19 to hit.
That'll do it.
And
DC 15.
1d6, 8 bludgeoning damage. You are now going to be grappled as well, as the tentacle just kind of reaches around and squeezes. It is going to take and tentacle 16 at Beck, 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. It's
That will not hit.
Okay. Tentacle's going to miss. It is then going to attempt to make 2 unarmed strikes at Beck. 16 again is the highest, so no.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
It's going to miss with both of its unarmed attack. And as its bonus action, it is going to... I need Selmay to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Been so good with these. Oh, that's another bad one. 9.
Okay.
He said, laughing nervously.
You're going to take 11 necrotic damage.
That's bad.
And as you feel your life force being drained away, you can see the monster's vitality return. And any injury it had prior to your encounter is now gone.
What's unfortunate about that is I really didn't notice it because I'm down.
Is there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So she's down.
Okay.
I don't think I like D&D Beyond anymore. As soon as I click my thing, it shows me a black head with X's for eyes and failure, success, death saves.
Hey, just in case you weren't paying attention.
Hey, guess what, pal?
We're not even gonna pretend like you're not dead and do that stuff when you're dead. Look, this is what could happen.
All right.
All right, Lapis.
Fuck first. Reaction. Fuck. Second. Well, I was gonna go in and help Selmy, but Selmy just went limp in the tentacle of this weird ass creature. So I'm gonna attack it because I don't know what to do. And in doubt, Eldritch Blast.
All right.
16 to hit.
Yes.
Good. Get hit. Oh, that's a nice. 13 points of damage as the frisbee. I don't know. Hits it somewhere painful.
Okay. It's gonna let Selmay go as its purpose with her is done, and your Trondis is gonna slap it right in the tentacle that he released Selmay from. And all right, Selmay, let's get with the clickety clack.
Okay. Let's not roll a 1.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's not do that. That's an 8, however, so that is a failure.
Ooh, okay. Storm Chaser, obviously concerned for Selmay, will come over and step over and stabilize her. Just not going to let her go out like that. And that will be him. Beck, it is to you.
So, having witnessed Selmay go down, I will move in and spend my last key point and administer some healing.
Okay.
So she is going to take 7 points of healing.
Nice.
7 points of healing.
Hey man, I'm not the greatest. I'm not the greatest fucking
Dude,
doctor.
No.
Right?
That is not a complaint. That is
Yeah.
a sigh of relief.
All right. That's Beck.
Thank you.
We are back.
I can still hit it. I can still move it.
Okay.
I can still take it. Then, since it's standing over it, I'm gonna attempt to hit it with an unarmed attack. I don't know why I
Okay.
keep calling it an unarmored attack. God, I am fucking rolling like shit tonight.
So now.
Unless the 13 hits it. And wait, no, I got advantage. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna burn one of those advantages, and I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm gonna roll again. All right. So does a 16 hit?
It does.
All right.
I was going to say we got one more +2 if anybody needs it.
Yeah. I'm gonna burn one of my advantages, so that was nice. My D4 is probably my best die right now. I'm just gonna put this one on a pedestal. So that is seven points of damage.
Very nice. Nobody loves the D4. Nobody's like, yeah, D4, do a new job.
D4.
Yeah.
Except for me right now. This thing is putting in work.
Dungeons and Dragons history, y'all. Somebody just loved on the D4 that wasn't magic missile.
That's right.
Yeah.
4s and 3s all day.
All right. So now that Beck has, you took a good little shot at it. It's going to turn its eyes to you. It is going to make it's going to make one tentacle attack for a 17 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Ooh, okay. You are going to take. You're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you are grappled with the one tentacle.
Okay.
It is going to then take another tentacled attack at Storm Chaser. It is going to miss with its 4. It's going to take 2 unarmed strikes with its regular arms on Storm Chaser for a 6 and a 5 and miss. And as its bonus action, Beck, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
You're going to want to make this. Just saying. Like roll
high. 14.
Yes, you will pass. So the good news is that you're only going to take half damage, so that's good.
Okay.
Oh, cool. You're only going to take 4 necrotic damage, and as like I said, same thing as Selma. As you feel your life force kind of drained away, the monster appears to get equally healthier.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's the first time I've had a regenerating health monster, and I love it. It's awesome. Okay, that's going to be it for the monster. It is going to be Lapis.
I'm missing the ground next to this creature. This is not good. Do I have enough 30 feet of movement to get to the creature? I don't know. I probably am by the entrance, so I don't know how close I am. Because
you could probably you get to like the bottom of the stairs.
Well, shit. Well, I'm gonna have to do that. I wanted to shocking grasp it so it wouldn't have reaction, so that someone could get away, but I don't think I can reach it. Okay, I'm gonna get closer. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Ooh, that's a good number. 24 to hit.
Yes, that will get it done.
And that's gonna be 9 points of damage.
So tell me how your Eldritch Blast takes this thing out.
Really? I throw it with extra spin and it spins around and it cuts all the tentacles off. And on the spin, it embeds itself probably somewhere in the clavicle area, if it had clavicles, fucking creature, and starts to melt and corrode from the cut of the frisbee on the neck.
It's going to collapse and do the whole things that it does when things are slashed in the neck. The screaming is going to stop. It's going to kind of collapse as it bleeds out its black goo. And for all the screaming and everything that you've heard, it's going to say in a crystal clear voice, "The air will come for us all." And that's where we're going to end today.
Creepy fuck. I don't like it. For the record, that was a
Dolgaunt, I believe, from the Eberron source book, that last little monster.
Dude, it's tough.
Yeah.
That got scary.
CR3, but that health drain is nasty. It's way better than trolls, because the troll, once you use fire, that's it. And plus, it's just flat hit points. In theory, I could grasp 2 of you with tentacles, do it both times.
Ooh, nice.
And like, you guys are going down in health, and the monster is going up. So that was cool. That was a cool monster.
Yeah, it was.
I recommend it.
Real freaking cool. Yeah. No, it was
super
was
fun,
cool.
man.
All right, so we will pick it up next week in basically right in the same chamber, with this thing having died and given you a very ominous kind of message. All right, so yeah, that was our latest episode of Greyhawk Lives, entitled "Resort to Violence." Which I wasn't in love with last night when I gave it to Wiley, but I guess it stuck. I couldn't think of anything better. We'll go around. We'll meet the actual people behind these fabulous characters, and then we'll get out of here and let everybody enjoy their Sundays. Thanks for everybody coming by. Once again, we'll go right back around the way we started. Let's go with our kind of clumsy warlock who's not really good at climbing over barricades in his old age.
That's young people's game. I am the LD here and try to lure them in, but I kept missing stupid Eldritch Blast. I'm Will. Hi. You can find me on Twitter if you want. I'm Will_Knight3. Still looking for numbers 1 and 2. I haven't been able to find them in years, so I'm not holding out hope. I talk about D&D, I talk about the movies that I'm watching, or sometimes nothing. So there you go. And this is a fun game, man. I have a blast every time we play. It's super fun.
Cool.
Sure enough.
Except for your monsters, they suck.
Look, man, like we were talking about earlier, the monsters know what they're doing is like the worst thing to happen to a D&D group.
Oh my god, it's such a good book.
Yeah,
but it's the
Dungeon
worst.
Masters, it is so empowering.
Yeah.
Dungeon Masters out there, if you haven't read The Monsters Know What They're Doing by Keith Amon, absolutely read it. It's brilliant. It's why for the first time in a long time, I had a player go down today.
Hey,
that was and a failed death
nice,
save.
Keith.
Man, that got
we were close. All right, let's move on to our doctor, who is seeing all this nasty stuff from Eberron, which he loves. So yeah, buddy, we're bringing it over.
Yeah. I am Lewis. I played Beck this evening. I am a catering chef, so playing a doctor this evening was a lot of fun. Realizing just how limiting low-level monk healing is. So yeah, we're gonna see how this one goes.
it was good enough.
Other than that, I am, as I said, a catering chef by day, husband, father of two wonderful little girls, and a dog and a cat. I love playing D&D on Wiley's channel. I love playing D&D over on our channel, the Growed Up Geek channel, on Tuesdays and sometimes Wednesdays. And can't wait to see where this goes.
I'm Manny. I've been your dungeon master and deviser of cruel monster selection and reveler in my friend's somewhat misery this evening. You can catch me at Growed Up Geek on all of your social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. When I'm not here on Sundays with these great guys, we miss you, Rob, today. That would have been, you would have had a lot of fun with us. Sorry you missed it, playing D&D. You can catch me here Sundays 1 o'clock for Greyhawk Lives, this fantastic game with just like a lot of fun. Homebrew's great. Tuesdays on my channel with Twilight Malediction, our Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign, which we're about halfway through, so we're really starting to ramp up there. And then on Wednesday nights, not to counter promote against Scott,
No worries,
I do
buddy.
one shot Wednesdays where we do rotating players, a new one shot every Wednesday. They just keep getting better. The players keep getting better. It's a lot of fun. Check us out. And we will throw it to our amazing host and my dungeon master, Wiley Hobbit, for him to get us out of here. Thanks for watching him.
Yeah, awesome. Great game. Sure appreciate you running this. So love Greyhawk. So, and Eberron too. So that was kind of a nice twist. And I'm still not dead. So, phew, that got a little scary. Okay, so I put the game schedule out there. We do play D&D on Monday nights, 7:30. We're in Forgotten Realms, Mysteries in the Dalelands. Manny plays in that game. Then we play Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Dragon of Icespire Peak, another Forgotten Realms game, and then this one. So those are our 3 streamed games. Sure do appreciate you all coming hanging out today. Really thankful for the raid from Greyhawk Tales. Thank you very much for that. And we're going to raid into Lawful Stupid RPG. It's a UK stream. They're sponsored by Kraken Dice, and they give away 2 sets of Kraken Dice every game. They play a game Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So you get like 8 chances to win Kraken Dice over the weekend. So check these guys out. Give them a shout when you get there, and we will see you next Sunday at 1 p.m. So thanks for hanging out, and yeah, roll high and be nice to each other out there.